Hi, welcome to the official Leaders Dream Big YouTube channel.
We hope that through this platform we'll be able to inspire young women to pursue higher education and believe they can achieve anything through hard work and determination.
Hi, I'm Serafina Chia, and I'm an 11th grader over at Washington National High School, and I'm also a secretary at Leaders Dream Big. Today I'll be teaching you 4 simple steps to becoming a good leader. The first one being communicating effectively. And if you don't have good communication skills, don't worry about it. We're going to go into it right now, explaining what you can do to further or better your communication skills. So the first thing that you can do is making yourself clear and understandable to others. This can include making your points simple, straight to the point, and using simple vocabulary so that everybody can understand you. And remember that there are different modes of communication. There's not just verbal. There's nonverbal. There's written. There's just so many that you can choose from. You don't have to use one at all times. Next is questions. Questions are so important. They just get rid of any misconceptions. They get rid of confusion. So you want to ask questions. You want people to ask you questions because that just omits any confusion. Okay. And lastly, get rid of distractions, especially in places where there's a lot of people involved. For example, a meeting. If you're in a meeting, you want to avoid, going off topic too often because that can take away from your point, take away from other people's points. Number 2 is using your creativity. And this is my favorite thing to talk about because I am a pretty creative person in general. So this is really interesting for me to talk about. So creativity creates a happy and healthy learning environment, okay? And I say this because, when people are using their mind being creative, it tends to bring a lot more joy to them, not only them, but people around them. It opens up the conversation to unique ideas, to unique solutions that you might not have thought of otherwise. You're just using your brain to think of out of the box options. So that's what creativity is. You don't necessarily have to be a good artist per se, but it's just more so about thinking outside of the box. Third is persevere through hardships. And this is one of the most difficult ones because, at some point, everybody wants to give up. Giving up is one of the easiest things to do. But it's all about getting back on your feet and trying again. And so in this picture, actually, this is a great picture, a great illustration of this man pushing a boulder up this mountain. It's really difficult. It's really hard, but he's going to continue to do that. And he might, have to take a rest. He might go back a few feet, but at the same time, he's going to continue to push it up and he's going to continue to try to reach his goal. And what you can do is be like this guy pushing the boulder up the hill, moving forward with your new knowledge. If you take 2 steps back, you take 3, 4 steps forward instead of just giving up and taking all those steps back. You also want to address your problems with good solutions instead of saying that you have a problem and not doing anything about it. Of course, there are things that you can't really do anything about, but look on the positive side. What can you do to reach your goal? And lastly, stay positive. Positivity, just in general, is really helpful when it comes to being a leader. People want to follow somebody that has a positive outlook instead of being negative all the time. Because think about it. Do you enjoy being around people that are negative? No, I don't think anybody does. So just from a personal standpoint too, being a positive person, it's just a way to go when you're talking to people, when you're communicating with people, because people want that positivity in their life, especially in a world of a lot of negativity. So be that positive light. And lastly, number 4 is listening to others' perspectives or being open-minded. So people are not going to agree with you 24/7. They're not going to agree with you all the time. So be ready to hear ideas that you might not have thought of. Sometimes those ideas might even be the one that works, one that's better than yours. And you don't have to take every idea, but I want you to listen, give the idea a chance. Because like I said before, it could be the idea that you might end up, liking. I know you've heard the expression step up, step back, and that kind of brings me to my next point. I want you to incorporate others into the conversation because a lot of the time, people that don't have a voice really in these types of conversations, they step back because they think, oh, I can't really get a word in at this point. I want you to incorporate them into the conversation because they have ideas too. They want to be involved in the conversation as well. Encourage others to ask questions because, like I said in the beginning, questions are the most important part. They can omit most of your problems generally. So I want to end this off by saying that anybody can really be a leader. It doesn't take much work but it does take a lot of practice. So as you practice these tips with your friends, your family, um, just being a leader in your community, it'll come naturally to you eventually. And I also want to say, as a part of Leaders Dream Big Club, we find it super important that young people, have a voice and are being leaders in their own communities. Thanks for watching this video.
Subscribe to our channel for more resources on college and career, leadership, education, interview with leaders, and more.
Also, follow our other social media pages for updates and upcoming events.
Check out our website for some more ways you can get involved in this project and learn some more about who we are and what we do.